Welcome to Nature Travel Boy TV. In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 incredible travel destinations. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. Travel may be a positive influence in our lives, allowing us to connect with various cultures and communities, educate ourselves, and learn about other people's lives. Extra points have been given to destinations that manage tourism sustainably in this edition. Our most informed specialists have compiled an intriguing list of 500 destinations that range from the wonders of human innovation to the sheer beauty of nature. Here's a list of the top 10 incredible travel destinations. Let's start. Number 10. Uyuni Salt Flat Tour. One of the most magnificent natural wonders in South America is the multi-day trek out into the Uyuni Salt Flats in southern Bolivia. Taking perspective photographs on the Bolivian salt flats, which are roughly the size of Belgium, is only the beginning, or, if you're coming from Chile, the conclusion of your adventure. Following your visit to this endlessly flat field of white, go to the upper plains to experience desert beauty, mountains, thermal springs, and much more. Make sure you schedule a tour that includes a stay at a salt hotel, a unique style of lodging in which the rooms are composed largely of salt. Between December and April, when the wet season creates a wide mirror effect, is the finest time to visit Bolivia's Uyuni Salt Flats. The ideal time to witness the magnificent crystallized salt patterns is during the dry season, which runs from May to November. The salt flats are open all year, however the appearance of the salt flats varies depending on the time of year. The salt is sometimes coated in a coating of water, but it is usually dry and rock-hard in the summer. If you want a completely dry look, June-August is the optimum time. Number 9. The Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is a system of fortifications designed to protect ancient Chinese kingdoms in imperial China from numerous nomadic populations from the Eurasian steppe. If you happen to be in Beijing, avoid the tourist-heavy areas of the wall closest to the city. Continue on to other portions of the Great Wall of China, where you can see this iconic structure without all of the tacky tourist trappings and crowds. My trip to the Great Wall found me at the Huangqing section with only a few other tourists from my accommodation and around a dozen other solo travelers. It was just the two of us, the lovely wall, and the bright sunshine, unheard of in Beijing. Why on earth would you consider any other option when you have the opportunity to witness this wonder in this setting? The Great Wall is considered one of the 7 wonders of the world, not only because of its ancient history, but also because of its vast construction size and unique architectural style. The wall was constructed by a massive force of troops, prisoners, and locals. Number 8. Easter Island. It is one of the world's most isolated islands, and its airport is the world's most remote, yet it has managed to create a civilization. At its height, the local community began carving moai. For photos of the moai, see the preceding link, which are said to be monuments to ancestors who would keep an eye on future generations. It's only a theory because, at some point, the island's population vanished, and with it, most of the island's history. The moai are still standing today, with only a few hints. Number 7. Find heaven on earth at the temples of Angkor. The colossal remains of the world's largest sacred monument, Angkor Wat, lie beneath the blazing heat of the Cambodian sun. Angkor Wat had been hidden from the eyes of the world for nearly 400 years when it was rediscovered by Henry Mouhet, a French naturalist and adventurer. Although many local Khmer people and other outsiders were familiar with Angkor Wat, Henry Mouhet was the first to bring this wonder to the world through his meticulous writings and exquisite illustrations. Angkor's temples inspire respect in anybody who sees them as a symbol of clever resourcefulness and holy dedication. Mount Meru, the home of the Hindu gods and the center of the world, is represented by the most famous of the sites, Angkor Wat. It is a sacred site for all Cambodians and the world's largest religious structure. Ta Prohm, with its enormous, jungle-engulfed towers, is one of Angkor's approximately 1,000 shrines and temples. The sunrises are spectacular here. Visit during the rainy season to avoid the crowds. Number 6. Marvel at the overwhelming power of Iguazú Falls. The ferocious Iguazú Falls, easily accessible from both Brazil and Argentina, are an awe-inspiring show of nature's might. The Cascades are formed by a chain of hundreds of waterfalls that span approximately 2 miles, 3 kilometers, and join forces to create something spectacular. The neighboring national park, with its 67,720 hectares of protected land, the majority of which is a rainforest with unique plant and animal life, adds to the worth of a visit. When the spray and falling water are backlit against the sun as Garganta del Diablo, Devil's Throat, thunders over the rocks, several rainbows can be seen. The Iguazú Falls are the most spectacular of waterfalls, with over 275 falls. The most picturesque is the curving Devil's Throat Cataract, which features 14 falls that plummet to a height of 350 feet. 3. There are around 2,000 plant species in the rainforest delta surrounding the falls. Number 5. Emulate a pilgrim's journey to the astounding Lake Bled. Lake Bled is a lake in the Julian Alps of northern Slovenia's Upper Carniolan region, adjacent to the town of Bled. The location is popular with tourists. The lake is 35 kilometers from Ljubljana International Airport and 55 kilometers from Ljubljana, Slovenia's capital. Lake Bled railroad station is 4.2 kilometers from Lake Bled. Lake Bled is picture-perfect, with its white bell-towered church atop an island on a clear lake and a medieval castle clinging to the site of a green precipice. From early pilgrims to 19th-century monarchy, the Slovenian retreat's eye-catching splendor has always drawn visitors. The journey around the lake, which is surrounded by the Julian Alps and the Karavanki, is an easy and pleasurable walk or cycle, and swimming in or diving beneath the gorgeous waters is very popular with the hordes of visitors who come here. Lake Bled, a jewel of the Alps and a symbol of the country's beauty, is a popular destination for those seeking inspiring surroundings. Number 4. Embrace a slower pace of life on the Okavango Delta. This stunning environment, which is home to some of the world's most endangered creatures, is a fascinating destination for an African safari. You'll see big and little animals, but the most exciting sight is undoubtedly the majestic African elephants bathing and drinking. The number of visitors is limited to safeguard the ecosystem, making it an exclusive but extremely rewarding experience. The Okavango Delta is undoubtedly Botswana's most famous location, known for its diverse wildlife, water-based safaris, and low-impact tourist approach. The delta is an intriguing location to explore. Number 3. Learn from the Iangu at Uluru Kota Tjuta National Park. Witnessing the golden and umber hues of Uluru at sunset is unsettling, like seeing an epiphanic, sun-baked lump of coal on the shimmering horizon. The sandstone Leviathan, which stands proudly at 348 meters tall and stretches nearly 4 kilometers wide, is not only a magnificent sight and popular tourist attraction, but it's also a spiritual location. The Iangu people, who live in the area, believe that their spiritual ancestors live here. The place has long been a fascination for Australians. Although it was possible to ascend the peak until 2017, against the wishes of the Iangu, guests can still enjoy a variety of diverse and gratifying experiences. The Iangu Cultural Centre, which has a display on Tjugorpa, the creation period, is a highlight. Uluru Kota Tjuta National Park is a protected area in Australia's Northern Territory. Uluru and Kota Tjuta are both located within the park. Along the Stewart and Lassiter highways, it is 1,943 kilometers south of Darwin and 440 kilometers southwest of Alice Springs. Number 2. Visit the Galápagos, the islands that have astounded scientists. The Galápagos Islands are a scientific wonderland that hides natural secrets not found anywhere else on the planet. The islands stimulate reflection and astonishment as the birthplace of Charles Darwin's ideas on evolution by natural selection. Many of the natural animals are unique to the stretch of islands off Ecuador's coast, including 200-year-old tortoises, enormous pink and yellow land iguanas, and flightless cormorants. The Galápagos Islands, which are located at the confluence of 3 ocean currents, are home to a diverse range of marine life. The airport was built with mostly ecological and recycled materials and runs on solar and wind power, indicating that ecotourism has become a booming industry in recent years. You can fly directly into the Galápagos and stay on any of the islands. Santa Cruz and San Cristobal are the busiest and most inhabited islands, with the most tours, restaurants, and lodging options. The Galápagos Islands are a very safe place to visit. There is virtually little crime on the islands, and because tourism is so crucial to the economy of the islands and the Galápagos National Park, tight immigration policies are in place. Number 1. Explore the ancient lost city of Petra. The beautiful sandstone building and history of this UNESCO World Heritage Site have long perplexed visitors. It was the capital of the Nabateans, a nomadic people from Arabia who were merchants and crafters for about 3,000 years. The city was subsequently abandoned, only for the Bedouin to take up residence in the caves until the 1980s. The fascinating city was named one of the new 7 wonders of the world in 2007, and any visitor who visits will understand why. Visitors to the huge 102-square-mile complex are overwhelmed by the wonder of it all, from the winding tight canyon that was once a commerce route and a focal point for religious processions to the iconic 128-foot-high treasury structure. Jordan is one of the safest and most inviting countries in the Middle East, with a rich history and fascinating culture. Petra was rediscovered in modern times by a Swiss explorer in 1812, who discovered it behind old layers of sand, earning it the epithet Lost City. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.